Today, we will discuss some interesting commands of Python, and the commands are if and else. Okay.
Wait, there was also others behind.
Uh, there were,
Yeah,
what did you say?
I said there were also more behind. I did not finish Python dictionaries.
No, we have completed Python dictionaries. Okay. I mean, the lesson that you have to cover, we have covered it. Okay. There are some advanced topics, and we need to skip those advanced topics.
Okay.
Yeah. So today we are going to discuss if else. These are very much interesting actually commands. Okay.
Okay.
So if is a condition. Okay. If is a condition. For example,
Okay.
in our daily life, we can say that okay, if you got more than 80% marks, I will give you an award. Okay. So this is a condition, means we will use if statement in that condition. Okay. So
Okay.
if this happens, that will be the result. If this is the result, that will happen. Okay.
Okay.
So mostly we use these conditions, these if conditions with, these are actually called logical conditions. Okay. And we have already seen uh, some logical conditions from mathematics. For example, this is called equals. A is equal to B.
Okay.
And, and this is called A is not equal to B.
Okay.
And this is called
Less than.
less than.
So A is less than B.
Yeah. So A is a variable and then B is a variable. And what if the value of A is 10 and the value of B is 20? So 10 is less than 20, okay?
Okay.
So otherwise, in other words, you can say that A is less than B. And if it is less than or equal to, then we use these two actually symbols,
Okay.
operators, okay? So this is the greater than symbol and this is greater than and or equals, okay?
Or equal.
Yeah. So uh, when we want to use such conditions, we will use if statement. For example, here it is, this is a variable A and its value is 33. And then there is a variable B and its value is 200. So,
Okay.
tell me if A is less than B or B is less than A.
A is less than B.
Okay, so it means that B is greater than A.
Yes.
Yes. So B is greater than A. So we will make a
What
command
if you
that,
change the direction?
yeah, then it will be the other order. So we have written this statement that if B is greater than A, then print B is greater than A. Okay, so we can try it.
Okay.
So here you can see that B is really greater than A, and we are actually issuing a command that if B is greater than A, and then we need to put this colon. Okay, remember that.
Mhm.
And then we need to give two spaces for indentation. Okay, and then we
Okay.
will print B is greater than A. Okay, what if I
Okay.
remove these two actually spaces? What will happen then?
It'll make an error.
It will make an error because we need to actually indent it. Okay, so I need to give
But what
one
if
to.
you make A is greater than B?
Like if this is the case, for example, if
Yes, but what if you lie? What if
if
it's
this is the
false?
case, no, no, it is false. Okay,
Okay.
no, it
But
will.
what if you do a false one?
So B is greater than A. No, B is not
No.
greater than A. Okay. So what will be the result? Can you guess?
Will it be empty?
Yes,
Yeah.
we have not actually told Python then if it is false, then what to do. We have told then that if it is true, then do this. But if it is not true, then we have not
Read the other
actually
one.
we have not actually told anything. Okay, I can do another thing. Suppose if I issue another statement, that is if A is greater than B, then print A is greater than B. So tell me that which statement is true out of these
The
two.
last one. A is greater than B.
Okay, so it means because this is the result of this statement is false, it will do nothing. And result of this statement is
True.
true, so it will do something.
It will follow that order.
Yeah, it will follow that print command. Okay, so let's try. Okay, yes, A is greater than B. So it has ignored this one, okay, because the condition is false, and it has executed this one because the condition is true. Okay, that's good. So let's explore more things. I have told you that indentation is necessary, that if you want to actually uh, print something, then you need to actually bring here two spaces. So it is always a good practice that you put two spaces. Okay, then here is
What is
another
this?
command. Here is another command, and this is ELIF means
Else.
else if. It means else if. Okay,
Else. Okay.
so it is else if. So the else if keyword, else if means otherwise. Okay,
Okay.
else if keyword is Python's way of saying if the previous condition were not true, then try this one. Okay, so how we can ask it, like tell me if A is larger than B or B is larger than A. What is the
So
result?
they're both equal.
They are both equal. So we have actually issued a statement that if B is greater than A, then print that B is greater than A. But this statement is true or false?
False, because they're both
So
the same.
yeah, it's false. And if it is false, then this statement will not be executed. Okay. This statement
Okay.
will not be executed. Okay.
So
Okay. And we have again issued a statement that else if A is equal to B. Is this true?
yes.
Yes, it's true because A and B are equal. And then this statement will be executed. A and B are equal. So let's try this one. And what if I change this one? So what will happen?
And then it will print the previous one.
Okay, think again.
No, it'll print nothing.
It will print nothing because this statement is still false. B is not greater than A, okay?
Yes.
B is greater than A,
Yes.
false. So it will not print this. And this statement is also false. So it will not print this one, okay? So what will happen?
It'll print nothing.
It will print nothing. Okay, it's taking more time.
Okay.
Yeah, it printed nothing. And then moving forward, there is another keyword else. Okay. So here you can see that A is 200 and B is 33. And let's check if B is greater than A. Is it true?
No, false.
No. So this will be ignored. And
Okay.
we have actually issued another statement that else if. Okay, means if this is not true, try this. Okay.
But
So
it's still false.
else if A is equal to B, oh, this is again false. So
False.
this will not be executed. So the third condition is else. Else mean the otherwise. Print A is greater than B. So here you can actually see that there could be three actually situations where A is greater than B, or where B is greater than A, or where A and B are equal. So these are three actually conditions. Okay. So we
So
can
else
check.
is just a word?
Yes, else mean if the above both are false. Else means if both
If the
above are
both ones are
false,
false?
then do this. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you can actually try this. So A is 200 and B is 33. So if B is greater than A, false. If A is equal to B, false. So else print this one. A is greater than B. And you know this is true actually. A is
What if
greater
there
than
are
B.
three false?
What? How could be three false?
Yes, is it possible to make it three false or always print the false one?
Okay, you can try that how there could be three false. In this example, when there are two variables, there are there are three options, okay, and the one can be true only. Either A is less than B, either A is greater than B, either A will be equals to B, and that's all. That's all. And yes, if we have multiple variables, then we can go further. Okay, this is the same thing. Okay, we have two variables, and
But
if A B is greater than A, do this, but this is false. Else B is not greater than A. So we have actually not directly uh, actually taken the equal case. But when we say that B is not greater than A, it means B could be equal than A. Okay? Do you understand?
yes,
Yes, very simple. So there are
it makes
short,
sense too.
yes, there are some shorthand ways, I mean shortcuts, the less code of writing the same thing in the single line. If A is greater than B, you can continue in the same line, print A is greater than B.
But there's always a space.
Yes, but in you can write it in the same line. And again, you can write it like in this example, we have actually placed condition we have started the line with the condition and then we used print, okay? But we can use
Okay.
it in this way as well. Print A if A is greater than B, else print B. So this is another way, okay? So we can use print A if A is greater than B, else print B, okay?
Okay.
And then one line if else statement with three conditions. So here is the
Okay.
interesting part. Uh, uh, Print A if A is less than B, okay?
Okay.
Else print equals if A is equal B. Else print B. So we used else keyword 2 times, okay? So
Okay.
this is also possible in the same line again. And then we can use three variables. And if we want to work with the three variables, then we will use and keyword and or keyword and not keyword, okay? So how we
Okay.
can use these conditions like and or not? So these are logical operators, but how we will actually combine these conditions with that? We can write if A is greater than B, if this is true and C is greater than A, this must also be true. Okay, so try to evaluate this command and tell me that if both are wrong, if both are true, if any one of these is true. So guess
Both of them are true.
both are true.
Yep.
A is greater than B, true. C is greater than B, C is greater than A, true. Okay. So
Yes.
these must be true only and only if these both of these conditions are true, then it will print whatever we want to print. Okay, both
Okay.
conditions are true. And if suppose this is true and this is not true, then it's actually a false case. Okay, so
Okay.
let's try. Suppose uh, make it 200.
Then it'll be false.
Then it's false. Okay,
Yes, both of them.
because is this true? Yes.
No.
Yes, this is true. A is greater than B.
Oh, this is true.
But C is greater than A, false. So
Yes,
overall,
because it's equal.
overall it is false because we have used and. Okay. So if we use
Okay.
and key and condition, both of the conditions must be true. Okay.
Okay.
And then we can use or. Okay, I can give you an example here. For example, instead of this A, I can use English, and here I can use math, and here I can use science, and here I can use English,
Your math.
and it's math, and it's science. Science is greater than English. So these are the two conditions. If suppose these are the marks, okay? These are the marks of a student. So let me
Okay.
change the marks as well. So this is 890 and this is 80. So if the marks of English is greater than the marks of math, so this is true, okay?
Yes.
And if the marks of science is greater than English, this is also true, okay? So both the conditions are true.
No. English
Science,
has more.
okay, so science is, okay, let me change. Let me change it, okay. Now this is also
So
true,
now
okay?
science is correct.
Okay. So both the conditions are true, okay? So
Yes.
both the conditions are true. You have won the prize, okay? So both the
I
conditions
forgot
must
to
be
raise
true.
the before.
Okay, but if I put or here, so what will happen? Uh, so this was and, now I am putting or. So I'm running it again. Or means if
And
this
what will
condition is
happen?
true, if this condition is true, or this condition is true. Either any condition
Both
is
of them
true,
are true.
either any condition is true, so so it is true. Okay. So if I mean
One of them is wrong.
if I put it in wrong, so now English is greater than math, false.
No.
But science is greater than math,
Yes.
true. So in this case, either any condition is true, so it will be true. So it is not necessary that the both conditions must be true. Anyone should be true. Anyone can be true. Okay.
So
And
it can
there,
be testable too.
yes, yes. And then, so this was actually or, okay. There is another condition, and that is called not. So if not A is greater than B,
Then it'll
not
print only the true one.
not
Like if it's not correct, then it'll be
so it will reverse actually. It will reverse the order. So
yes, that
yeah,
was I trying to say.
yeah. So if A is greater than B, no. But when we put the not keyword, then not A is greater than B, true. Now it is true. Okay, this statement is true.
Okay.
So it is printing yes, A is not greater than B. So interesting. So this was and, or, and, not. Okay.
Next, if
So the next topic is nested if. Nested if. Nested if means if inside the if. If inside the if. So it will be nested if. So you can see that here is if statement, and then here again it is if instead of the else. So it is another if. And for this if, there is an else. Okay. So it means that this if and else are inside this if statement. You know that it is actually, I mean,
the
uh,
space,
there is space. Okay. So
there's
it,
always space.
yes. So how we can interpret it? So x is a variable and its value is 41. The
Okay.
condition is if x is greater than 10. Okay, is it true?
And it is true.
Okay, if it is true, then it will print that. Okay,
Okay.
and secondly, we are telling it if x is greater than 20.
So that one is true.
That one is again true. So if it is again true, then it will print this one.
Else, but not above 2.
And
So it won't print that.
and it will not go to else because this one is true.
And that one.
And if x, the value of x is less than 20, then it will be false, and then it will go to else part. Okay,
Okay.
so let's try it. So x is 41. Tell me if x is greater than 10. It's true. It's
This is
true.
true.
It's
It's
true.
above 10.
Then it will print that. Okay, print above 10. So it has printed this one. Okay. Then we are again issuing it, asking it that if x is greater than 20. Yes, x is greater than 20. This is also true. So it will also print this line and also above 20. So it means x is x is greater than 10 and x is greater than 20, right?
Yes. Yes.
And if x is not greater than 20, then it will print this line. Okay. So let me write another code. Okay. I am going to write another code.
If don't forget to put if.
30. So x is greater than 10, x is greater than 20, x is greater than 30. So if x is greater than 30, what will happen?
You have to put what you need to print.
Print and also above 30.
Okay.
So what will happen there now?
And they'll add a third line.
Let me check. So it's above 10 and it's also above 20 and it's also above 30. Okay. So, but if the value of x is 25, so what will happen? If x is
Then
greater
it'll
than 10,
remove
if it is greater than 10, okay, it will print
it'll
above 10.
remove the it'll remove the third line.
If it is greater than 20, yes, it will print this line. And if it is greater than 30, no, it will not
No, it's
print this,
not.
but it will print this. Okay.
No, that one's false.
Yeah, because x is not greater than 30. Okay. X is, this one is false. It will not print that. It will print else part. Okay.
But it says that and also is above 10 and also above 20, but not above 20.
So yes, because this is the message, but not above 20. And we can actually uh, we can change this one. Okay. We can write anything. So it is x is not greater than 30. So हम कह सकते हैं, we can say that x is less than 30. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And greater than 20. Okay. So now it is okay. We can actually print any message that we want. So this is interesting. And uh, then sometime we actually compare one variable with other variable, but we do not tell it what to do. We just say, okay, pass, let it go. I'm not interested. Do nothing. Okay. So then we put this keyword, pass keyword. It means do nothing. So why we use this keyword? Because if we suppose we
It's
have
sort of
not,
like this, we can know this is true or not.
no, we have not actually decided what to do. Okay. So if we have not decided and then we run the code, it will show the error. Okay. So to stop the error,
He,
we just use the keyword pass. Pass means let it go. I will tell you later. Okay. You
yes,
can.
so
Uh,
like this you can know, and then you can add another line with a false one, and it'll print nothing
yes. Yes, true.
to let you know the past one is correct.
Okay. No, pass one, pass means let it go. Okay, now this is the exercise time.
Yes,
What will be the result of the following code? X is 5, Y is 8. If X is greater than Y, is it true?
yeah. No, it's false.
It's false. If it is false, it will not print this line, okay? It will print the
Else it'll
else one.
print welcome. So the answer is welcome.
So the answer is welcome. That's correct.